Shares of Dell, meanwhile, we're just talking about that, up nearly 19%, 18% now in overtime after beating on the top and bottom lines. Their earnings report crossed just moments ago. And joining me now to discuss ahead of the call is Evercore ISI's Amit Daryanani. Amit, good to have you with me here. We're seeing this bifurcation I was talking about in who's got more of an AI hardware story, who's got supply of NVIDIA chips, maybe based on demand for the systems and the margins they're able to get out of them, and who doesn't. HPE did not have results that made investors happy, but Dell does, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the single biggest number that matters at Dell is this AI backlog of $2.9 billion that practically doubled for them on a sequential basis, right? To your point, they seem to be having the blessings of NVIDIA to get allocations, get chips, and that's only driving a lot of the upside momentum of the stock.
So does buying Juniper fix the problem that HPE has here relative to Dell?
You know, I don't think it does, right? I mean, where Dell is winning is selling GPU-based servers right now to kind of the tier 2 cloud companies. Juniper is going to give HP a really good presence in enterprise networking, but it doesn't really give them this AI server play that, you know, so far has been dominated by Supermicro, but you're seeing it broaden out to a Dell right now.
So when I look at Dell up like this after hours, but also NetApp doing well, Pure Storage doing well, I wonder if Dell's storage business is doing as well as it should, or if it's just, you know, outperforming here and there.
No, listen, I think you had a great point, which is if you look at Pure yesterday, NetApp today, and even Dell, Dell's storage business came in at about $4.8 billion. The street was looking for $4.2 billion. I mean, this was a big reason why margins on infrastructure were up pretty dramatically. I think they were up like around 15.3%, much better than expected. And that's really what drove the EPS upside in Jan, is actually the better, I think it's a better storage performance from Dell, and you certainly saw that with Pure and NetApp as well.
So what about security? Some of these bigger players like Dell, like HPE, like Cisco even, which had a rough quarter for earnings, reported a rough quarter. They've got security businesses, but then you've got standalone, what they like to think of themselves as best of breed businesses like Zscaler that reported today. Its numbers were strong, not what investors were expecting though. How are these bigger names faring versus those kind of newer age security platform entrants?
Yeah, you know, it's sort of a great dynamic in security scene, which is it's almost the platform plays, right? And Cisco is only one of the bigger platform plays in security versus, you know, the pure play point solutions like a Zscaler, for example, right? And to some degree, I think what you're seeing right now that's helping Cisco is the more further away you get from the pandemic, our enterprise organizations are starting to consolidate their security sprawl, and that certainly seems to be helping someone like Cisco a little bit better versus not. So I do think you're seeing a bit more of a gravitation back towards platform assets versus not. The question will be, does that work up until you have this next big security breach and you need to go to a best-of-breed solution or not?